Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yeah. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS, and today we are taking a look at Riffler.
Hello.
It is a clean guitar riff generator. And we are going to do it right about now. Hello. You doing good, everyone? I'm Jade. There's my name. Don't wear it out. And this is How to App on iOS. And welcome to our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button or the link provided below in the description, or by one of our amazing moderators here. All right. It's a big day. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Thank you, Thomas. That's Thomas Christ right there. He's amazing. And so are all of you. So let's say hello to you all joining us today live in the live chat. If you're watching on the replay, a good day to you as well. And look at Audible trying to get in on the action like he's a moderator or something. Unbelievable. Hello, Audible. Hello, Ryan. Hello, FPC. What's happening? And Chad Freeman is here. We got Joe Glenn. We got Greg O'Sullivan as well. The Semtex Cow. Guzzo of Oz. I saw other people. Leela. Did I see Rise of Dark Leela? Did you come back and do did your internet come back on? I totally missed it. I thought you weren't coming back. I was getting ready. Jim Shannon, who used to be Jim Shannon on Sounds, I remember. I think. Was that right? Who knows? I don't know anything. If I've missed anyone at the top, I am sorry. Let me know that you're here in the chat. I've got Greg, I've got Thomas, I've got, yeah. Let's see if I scroll down. Pookie is here. She's lurking and jerking and a little bit of gherkin. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know. Hello, Matthias. Hello, Stephen Hewitt. G'day. So really cool app today. Now, let me give you a little bit of backstory and then we'll take a look at our news and all and stuff. You remove that. Put that one back and then take it away. So, Riffler, yeah, Riffler. What a cool app Riffler is. If you don't know what Riffler is, it's been out for a long time. It is a metal generator. It is good. Yeah, I've done several shows on it. I've even had the developer, Jonathan Bell, on the show for an interview, and we tried to pick at his brain and tear it all open and get inside it and find out how he made all the sounds and the algorithm and all that kind of stuff, but he didn't give it all up. It's all locked away safe inside. So it's a really good app, Riffler. Now, quite a few months ago, Jonathan reached out to me and said, I've got a secret that you can't tell anybody. And amazingly, I didn't let it slip at all, even to my closest circle, that Riffler Flow was coming. Previously, Riffler Flow was called Riffler Ice in the development stage. And that's why when we look at it today, you'll see the UI looks a little bit icy. Ice, baby. But apparently somebody told Jonathan that Riffler Ice reminded them of a vape flavor. So he changed it to Riffler Flow. I didn't think that when I heard it. I didn't think that's a vape flavor. But anyway. Hello, Tremor Bear. So you got a little bit of backstory. So anyway, this thing's been in development for a long time. Now, when you see it, it looks very similar, but it's not, because under the hood, underneath the UI and all the glitz and glamour of what you get to see, underneath, there is a whole lot of new things going on. Okay, so let me tell you also, before we jump into the thing and the stuff, that directly after this show, and yes, the dump is set properly today, it is episode 20 of Walk With Me. So The season is over. Season 1 is done. Hopefully you can come and join me for it. It's a big one. It was going to be a big, big walk, but I decided to not walk as far as what I thought and just try and keep it shortish. But it's a big one. And yeah, so glad it's over. I get a week off and then we go into season 2, which will only be 4 episodes, not 20 this time. And you'll find out why in today's episode that I've had to shave it back. Or else you probably wouldn't have me here on the channel much longer. It's been a journey, let me tell you that. All right, let's over here to the beatcommunity.com where they offer you every single day very, very current updates on what is happening across not only iOS, as you can see here, iOS, desktop, samples and expansions. Even if I click on this, look at this. If I go over here to samples and expansions, there's like all these stuff, all these expansion packs that are out. So there's not only apps, you know what I'm saying? Not only apps. Music Kraken is on sale. Music Kraken, we did a whole show on Music Kraken where I tried, set up multiple cameras and tried to make stuff using my arms and flapping around. And if you haven't seen that show, it's quite ludicrous. Go check it out. Unfiltered has audio as their apps. Unfiltered Audio has apps on sale as well. They have Basement, Silo, Lo-Fi as fuck, Tails, Needlepoint. Pretty much all their apps are on sale, and the desktop versions are on sale too. So they've all gone down from $10 to $5. So good stuff. Now I covered all these, I think, in one show maybe, or 2 shows. You can go back and check them out. They're all really sick, good apps. Very, very good apps. Let's split over here. So here they are. Basement is the only one that's showing up there. Music Kraken. Clev Grand added a bunch more apps into their sales. Indian Drummer. We got all their Ape Filter, all the Ape Soft apps are on sale. Good stuff. All right, let's just get into this today. So here is Riffler Flow. It is $14.99 US. Now, before we get in and start playing with it, I need to give you a few little updates about it. I am running the beta today because I want to be on the most current version, and there is a reason for that. This thing, over the coming month, is going to get a lot of updates. There's a lot of things on the roadmap. Now, if there's something in this today that you feel is missing, reach out to Jonathan. Let him know. Tell him what you think you would like to see on here. Don't be rude. Don't be mean. Send him an email and offer a suggestion of something that might make you happy. Yeah. How's that sound? Hi, Dan Ekberg and Michael Songs. Go with the flow, baby. Jenny Jollivet, hello. I got your comment there. Good times, good to see you. Yeah, there was an update yesterday. There's already been updates, and they're good updates. So let's show you what's going on over there. Yes, email the developer if you've got bug or anything like that. Don't leave a comment on the App Store. Don't do that. Just don't do it. It's not nice. It's silly because if you email the developer directly, guess what? He gets the message and he can fix it. Leave a bad message on the App Store, nobody fucking sees it except the next person who's going to buy it. And then they see that and get discouraged because you left a message on the App Store and didn't message the developer and the thing didn't get fixed. See how it works? It's the best way to go, yeah? So let's talk about the updates because, see, I don't own it yet. You can see it's still look at my price there, $22.99. I don't own this yet because I've stayed on the beta just to make sure I've got everything that's new. Added loads of new presets, a random button. See, the random button wasn't there when it dropped. There's a help section now updated. Added 2 new sets of higher voicings for position 8 and 9 for voicing control. Added option to load files from the original Riffler. Yes. Better volume balanced of different tones. Fixed the bug with the drop D button doing absolutely diddly squat. Fixed export audio bug where it didn't always start from the beginning. And I've checked all this stuff and it's all good because I am on the beta. Hello, Falcro. Falcro, I was watching you this morning, then you called me out. I was like, how does he know I'm lurking at 5 a.m.? Good grief. All right, shall we have a look at something I made with it? Now, be aware, Riffler, the original Riffler, is more, aimed at metal. It's aimed at metal. Hello, Mix Club. Riffler Flow is more of a clean guitar and pop music, pop rock, EDM even. There's synth stuff in here as well. So this is a much more mellow. This is a go with the flow. Yeah, go with the flow. Where the original Riffler is fucking kick people's teeth in. I made a little project last night and look at it. It's even got the original Riffler in it. And it's got 3 Rifflers over here, 3 Riffler flows controlling other instruments. Cool. Shall we hear what it does? I think we should. I'll shut up. I'll hit play. Let's see if it's okay. Yeah. All right. Lovely, jubbly, benovely. Let's open it up as a standalone and we'll get cracking into what's happening with this. I'm just going to, we'll leave this running in the background. We should be okay. Here is a standalone version. So this can be used as a standalone or it can be used as an AUV3 instrument or it can be used as an AUV3 MIDI controller because you can send the MIDI from this to other instruments. Or you can save the MIDI as a MIDI file and import that MIDI file into a DAW. You can also save the riffs that you make in here as audio tracks and retain some of the sounds that you get within Riffler. So straight away, as soon as you open it up, looks very similar to the original Riffler, but it's got that icy cold feeling, yeah? We have up the top the name of the app, so that's cool. We have an undo and redo. Undo, redo, very important stuff in case you make something fancy pants and you like it and then you change it by accident. Well, guess what? There's lots of undos for you. You've got a zoom, so you can zoom into your tablature. Look at that. You can zoom and you can zoom out by multiple tapping and bring it right back so you can get a better idea of what you're going on. In the recent update, we just got, who's here? Millstone Studio, hello to you. And I think, who else have I missed? I saw, anyone else? I'll catch you as we're talking. In the latest update, we've been given this new randomization button. Let's click it, see what happens. So, well, let's hear, this is the initial patch. And I hit play. There we go. Hey, Colin, thank you very much, my friend. I made that project today in about 10 minutes. I was running a bit late. Too much editing. So here's our initial guitar sound. Now, the one thing, these guitar sounds are pretty damn good. Jonathan's done really well to however he's done it. I don't know, he won't tell me the secret. He's got some beautiful guitar sounds in here. So let's hit, hey Ed Zielinski, let's hit the random button and give it a test and see if it's working, because this is like the latest update. Oh, we've got reverse guitars. We've got synths. Nice. So hitting random is pretty sexy. So nice chorusy guitar there with some reverb. Nice mixture of stuff we're getting from the random. So as you can see, I said in the beginning, EDM, pop music. So I'm going to come back to our blank riff. Let's just leave that in the background. Okay, we've got a help menu. This has been added just recently, so this wasn't there for a while of the beta. And I was like, oh no, how do I work this thing? Now, it's a bit of a mixture, the manual here. So you've got a whole bunch of options. Here's where you contact the developer. There you go. Well, not really, because it's Jim's asked, can you do power chords? Well, it's not really a power chordy app, is it? It's more of a clean kind of thing. So I from what I gather, there's a roadmap of a lot of things. Let me tell you directly. Let's just go over here. This is direct from the horse's mouth. There are some features missing. Locks, the random button. Now, this was a few weeks ago. Time signatures and progression sharing. I'm hoping to add all these features in the coming weeks and months. The saved files from the classic Riffler and Riffler aren't compatible yet. Now they are. But they will be very soon. You'll be possible to create a riff in one app and then export it and play it back using the other app, which is what I did in that project that you just heard. In the coming few weeks, I've got planned lots and lots of free updates and bug fixes, and to add new features and content. So there's that. The drop D thing's been fixed, so that's good. And let me just cover something else that was in here. There's a brand new sampling system to create the guitar sound. Each string is played back separately so that notes overlap like real clean guitar. The riffs are also created in an entirely different way. Rather than using scales, the riffs are created using arpeggios and chord progressions. The voicing, yep, we'll cover that. The voicing control selects exactly how the chord is played and the ways that the melody is extracted from the chord progression. So it is taking chords, but it's playing them over, so they're kind of overlapping. It's a very interesting way and different than the original Riffler. So I'm just making sure there's nothing else I've left here. So yeah, this is, but trust me guys, this has been in the works for a long time. I remember when Jonathan reached out to me, it was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. So getting back over here, here's our manual. And now this manual is a little bit different because it actually contains the information for Riffler and Riffler Flow. So it's a combined manual, all right? And you'll see which bits are for Riffler Flow. You can see the differences kind of in there. Here's his contact if you need to like do anything, all right? Contact him. If you've got suggestions about chords or anything like that, let him know. Let him know. If that's what you want, let him know. Okay, we've got a settings button here. So we've got an auto scroll. You can turn on auto scroll, yes or no. Hello, Charlie Gabolden. You can light up notes during playback. So that's selected. So you can see what notes, see how they're lighting up as it's playing through the progression. So you can actually see what's happening. You can turn those off. Update Riff on parameter change, on or off. Rewind audio on changes. So if you change things, it'll go back to the start. And here's where you export audio and MIDI. So let's show you that while we're here. I'm going to hit export audio. Music stops clearly. It asks me, where would you like to save this? I'm going to save this in audio share as an audio track. We can jump over to audio share, and that should now be sitting right here. So now you've got a loop, and you can throw this into whatever you want, loop it. Let's set the loop here. Okay, so you can do all that, or you can save the MIDI. So if we export the MIDI here, I'll save this just into audio share as well. It won't sound pretty, but you'll see the MIDI notes, all right? Just so you know. Here it is as MIDI. Nice. And then you can go in and import your MIDI into your DAW, and you can change the BPM and stretch it and edit it and do whatever you want from there. So there's the export features. Very simple. Now, if I want to say, let's do this. If I want to say, we'll jump out of here. So that's all the settings. Nothing too fancy, right? We've got a tempo here up the top, so you can get to your tempo by clicking this up here, clicking it on and off, and it gives you a little tempo dial down the bottom. Very, very easy to use. If I create a riff like this one, say this one, we're just using the initial patch, I can save this. We're going to jump ahead down to the save button, and I can save this wherever I like. So let's go and save this in my iCloud Drive. We'll make sure we'll just put it in my downloads folder, yeah? And what is this? It's called A minor 100 BPM. So we'll save that. And now, if I come over here and open up original Riffler, this should work. I hope it does. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. I'm pretty sure it does. Downloads. Here it is. Here's the file that we saved from Riffler Flow. Open up and look at that. We can go in and change the tone. Right. So it's very, very, very easy to share tones that you make in Riffler Flow to Riffler, and then back from Riffler to Riffler Flow. Very seamlessly integrated there. And you should be able to tell the difference. Look at the color of this one. And then you got the old ice color over here. If you need to load anything in, all you need to do is hit the little folder button and then find your file. This is the file I made from the project today. Let's load this in and hit play. I think you'll agree already, he's done a kick-ass job. We haven't even dived in. And the other thing that's really good about this, there's a lot less to like mess about with. Yeah, it's all, let's just go through some presets, shall we? Let's do it. We got rock presets. So you get a bunch of presets in each to the side. You select your preset on the left. Now these are all copyright free. Right? So you can't get fucked over by copyright or anything like that. It's all good. Even this one sounds like a little bit like Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's kind of similar. Really nice sound. He's done a good job. If you're watching this, Jonathan, you did good. So it's really cool, and it's the same kind of feeling with the original Riffler. Say you choose a preset, and you're like, nah, but everyone else will be using that preset. Well, if you hit Create Riff down here, it will take the riff that's currently selected and will alternate it slightly to give you something a little bit subtly different. I love this one's called Hurtful. Does anyone know what that's? A little bit of a... I hurt myself today. Brian says, I'm sold. Boom. Boom. Now, I've heard this one somewhere before. Should I do Kermit? Scar tissue that I didn't give there, and I'm in the push-up bra. But see, if we hit Create Riff, it's going to change it ever so slightly. So we got two sets of rock stuff. All right, this is my favorite. The reverse guitar. Fuck me, it's good. Now remember, you can slow this down at any time too. So hey, if you can't play guitar, or you can play guitar, this is good for anyone. Good for jotting ideas, testing things out. Let's go to the hip hop stuff, shall we? Yeah, and as Jonathan says, let me quote him. Let me quote him while you're listening to this. The original was always designed with heavy guitars in mind. I built riffs using scales that could only play one note at a time. Although it can play a range of different styles, there were definitely gaps in what was possible. I've tried hard to fill those gaps. Just relating to styles. There's also here he's put, I'll give you a little bit of inside stuff. In terms of the sounds I was aiming for the app, a kind of clean guitar that you would hear in modern pop, dance music or hip hop. It can definitely do softer rock styles to more experimental things. There are some different guitar tones, synth tones and reverse guitar that can give you interesting sounds. But here's the interesting bit down the bottom here. Maybe I shouldn't read this. Oh well. In terms of metal music, that's something I want to include in the future, maybe. Riffs like Cemetery Gates, Fade to Black by Metallica. So, that could be coming. Oh man, that sucks, Bear. Well, you know, we live in interesting times, don't we, my friend? Because we're able to get around it with things like this. Does audio keep running in AUV3? In the original, it's unusable due to this. Well, if you, in my original show, SG, I kind of found, I think I did a workaround for it in GarageBand to stop it from doing that. But I guess the only real way at that time was to save the track as MIDI and move it into another Riffler kind of thing. I think that's what we used to do. Hey Brad, good to see you. We'll try it out anyway. We'll try it out. So we've got synth sounds in here. Thanks, Skull Fuckers. Lots of different styles. Hi, Dom Torregrosa. Man, these reverse sounds are nuts. So we're in hip hop presets right now. We've got EDM stuff, or synth, EDM, whatever you want to call it. So again, just by changing our riff down the bottom, we're getting a slightly different taste. Let's jump over. So we've got a key section here. We'll come back to the presets. We'll take a break while we're here. Let's grab one of these. Here we go. Let's jump over to our key section. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Dan said, I wish that Riffler could load my tabs from Guitar Pro or Power Tab. Fuck, how good would that be? Jonathan, is this possible? That would be sick. I guess you've got to, oh yeah, it would have to understand a text document or a PDF. That would, yeah. Let's change the riff a little bit. So you can transpose at any time and, you know, transpose. in real time. So we are in manual mode at the moment. Let's stop this. All right, so in manual mode, you can go in and you can go up here and you can change things. You can go in and change notes. So we can move, I'm pretty sure, I don't know. Yes, can we? Is it up and down? Oh, so you change your chords. We can change our chords here. So when you click up the top, you can come in and change your chord. So we can turn this to a B, major 7. You've got altereds. You've got simple, extended, altered, and rests. If you need to put a rest in there, we can move to our next section here. Let's put in a major D. You can do whatever you want. So there we go. We hit play. So we've got a rest there now at the start. But I can come in here. And you've got a nice selection of chords. So as I said, this is all chord based. And you can change it to auto. Now let me run through what auto does. So you've got a character. So the character changes the mood. I turn it down, it's going to be darker. It's going to be more minor. I put it up higher to the end, it's going to be major and much happier. Yeah? The chord complexity over here changes, of course, the complexity of our chords. So you get a wider range of notes within the chord. And the changes affect the speed of our chord changes. So you can hear as soon as we turn it up, it's more Linifier's Web. Hello. Which is free to you to experiment with, go crazy, go nuts. So that's the difference between auto and manual. In manual, you can go in and select the chords that you want up here, dictate it. Where auto, we are controlling the complexity and the chords and so, I mean, it is beautiful, yeah. He's done a really good job. So we've got feel as well. So the voicing in our feel section changes the exact set of notes that's used for the selected chord. So you can hear by turning that up. Let's bring it all the way down. G'day, Pete Johns. We're going to open this up as an AEV3 very soon, and I want to see if we can run an LFO and change those voicings. That would be cool. I just thought of that just then. I wonder if we can do that. Yeah? Now, halfway through the show, guys, I need to let you know, most channels will just run an ad and take you out of the thing, and you may lose some information. Here on this channel, we let you know we're running the ad. So if you're not a YouTube Premium subscriber, you may or may not get an ad now. And we'll wait around a few seconds for people to get back. It's a skippable ad, so it shouldn't be too painful. It's business, you know what I mean? You got to pay the man. Do the YouTube thingamajiggy, and then hopefully people are back. If you did get served an ad, welcome back. Here we are. We're back here. We've done the business, and let's hit play again. So we've got a range knob here. Now the range knob changes the distance between the lowest and highest pitch. So if we turn up the voicing all the way and the range all the way, it's all going to be high notes. See how it all went up to the top on the first string? If we start bringing the range down, it's going to start introducing notes lower on the scale on there. Bring it down a bit more. It starts to share those notes on lower strings. The rhythm slider here changes the complexity of the rhythm. So we're getting that jogging happening now. Our next slider is the gap section, so you can actually put in gaps there. It'll add an amount of frequency between gaps, so you can see straight away. I turn it up halfway, and we've got more space in there. The possibilities are fucking endless, absolutely. And our repetition changes the level of rhythmic and melodic repetition. So if we turn it down, we're going to get a lot more of a plain kind of tone. You can change the octave with, so we've got MIDI out here. I'll get to this. We can also change from, we're in an 8th at the moment. We can go to a 16th. And we got triplet. So you can create some pretty avant-garde stuff with the feel. All right, let's talk about tones. We've got a dry guitar, a small amp, a warm guitar tone, soft. Oh, really? The only parameter is the state. That sucks. Maybe we could get that added. That would be a really cool feature. Could you imagine that if we had a parameter open in, all the parameters open in like AUM, and we're able to use an LFO or something to control changing the some of these feels? That'd be really nice, I reckon. So this is a hollow guitar sound. This is the dirtiest guitar sound that's in here, the crunch. Some chorus. Now, there isn't a chorus knob, so you can't... It'd be nice if the chorus, you had an option over here to control the chorus. But you've got a few different kind of choruses. So a crunchy chorus, a And now everyone's favorite, I'm telling you. This is wicked. I'm going to turn down the BPM. We got a reverse chorus, a reverse crunch, a reverse drive, and now some synth keys. Yeah, lots of love to you, Tremor. So some nice detune keys. Colin. You deserve one, Colin. Just for you. There's some pretty decent sounds in here, but we're going to show you how you can use other sounds as well. So we've got this nice little synth lead in here. Okay, you can change the timing, so you can see this current project is only 2 bars. We can extend this out. How far can we go? So we can go 8. And there's nothing in there, so we've got to create a riff. So when you hit create riff, now it's going to fill all this up with how many bars. So if you've got something here that's only 2, and you change it to 8, you're going to need to generate a riff to fill out the rest of the notes here. You get this little backbeat drum thing here. Just to give you a backbeat, you know, if you want to hear what the tones sound like. It'd be nice to be able to like have a few more alterations. So you got a classic drum beat. You got this. And we got a MIDI out, octave, channel, and velocity. But let's stop. Let's jump over to AUM. And as you can see here, what I have set up is Riffler going over to piano text guitar. So if we solo this. Now, how I made this project, I will tell you, because at the moment there's no progression sharing, right? So if I just solo this. So I've just got the Pianotech classic arpeggio guitar. So at the moment, because there's no progression sharing, what I found was the best way to do this was to just hold down. So this is, we're using it over here. This is in a MIDI channel. So you can, as I said earlier, you can use it as a MIDI controller. So it just generates the notes and then you can send that wherever you like. So you can see here in my sends, we're sending the output of the MIDI of this. It's ignoring the sounds in Riffler Flow and it's sending the data over to this Pianotech app. Okay, so because I can't do a share yet, this option isn't in here, the best way to do it is to hold down, select it, and it copies it, and then hold down in a blank space and you can copy the exact same thing in here. What you need to remember is go in and deselect what it is doing. So now I could come in here and just load any synth that I like. Let's just do a check. We'll grab something random. We'll grab like this TGX 99. Yeah. So now I can send this over to TGX 99, but we're going to have the same sound, right? So if we play both of these, because I just copied it. So let's hear, right? But what you can do here is, now that I've sent this over, I've made a copy of this, I can go into the feel. Oh, sorry, I can go into our feel here, and I can change the voicings up a little bit and make it a little bit different. So now when we play both of them back, and here's how you get your variations. This is the workaround until we're able to share the progressions, because I'm gathering that's what's going to happen with the updates. You'll be able to like share progressions over multiple instances. It's nice. We can go in and change this a little bit more. So yeah, the only parameters we've got are state, preset load. So yeah, it'd be amazing if we could have other parameters. And just to show you what I did, so earlier I showed you that you can save a sound and then load it into the other Riffler. That's what I did here. So I basically saved this original tone here. I hit save over here and then opened up the original Riffler and then imported that. So let's show you how I did that. Came over here. It was on iCloud Drive. This was the one, this C suspended 289. So I grabbed this, opened it up, and then because we got a heavier guitar, I was able to do this to it and give it, instead of, let's start back over here. And go into the tone and the runs in here and change the runs up. Let's bring everything back in. But let's get more fun, because as you can do the same with this as what you can do with the original Riffler. So we've got original Riffler over here. We can go to our tone and we can make this just come clean. Get rid of that. Let's give it a bit of more grunt. Let's say do a Nembrini app. What have we got? Hardball maybe? Wicked. So all of this song was made starting with one Riffler. Just this one rhythm here, and then copy pasting and saving out and importing it into the other Riffler to get the metal tone, and just using variations, using the feel, the gap, the rhythm, the range, and that's how you build up something incredibly cool. And save these parts, right? Save these parts and build them up. So say in a normal DAW, you would save each of these MIDI tracks, import them in, whatever, you know, or audio, whatever you'd like to do. Good stuff. So what else was I going to do today? We want to see if it works in how we get it to work in Logic, of course. Don't we? We want to do that. Let's, I'm going to save this project. And then we'll just open a brand new one. We'll clear this out. Yes, I'm sure. And let's just open Riffler Flow here. And do some things. Okay, so I didn't cover these as well. So we've got some other options I need to cover. We've got our humanize option. So let me explain what the humanize does. Humanize gives you some slight errors, right? Just slightly off with the guitar playing. And it's really hard to hear, but we'll turn it up. So you can hear it, it's there. We have a delay. Now there's no real options for the delay. So what you get is what you get. Turn it up full. You've got a reverb and your overall volume. Wicked. So again, I'm going to save this. And I'm going to load a Riffler Flow in here as a MIDI controller. And then I'm going to load this back in. What did I see somebody put in earlier that I should... My memory's fucked. I'm scrolling back. It was a guitar app. Who was it? Somebody said they wanted to hear it with a guitar app. A certain app. I can't remember what it was. Roxon. God, do I even have it? Oh, it's an effect, so let's put that on. Let's do... It's a bit out of time. We'll scrap that idea. Not every idea is a good one. Let's just bring in something else here. I want to bring in... Sick, man. I feel like I'm in a part of the end of a Mr. Bungle song. Microphone. was pretty fucking fun, wasn't it? Save that cunt. I'm going to call that Tomb Raider. Who wrote that? It says like it does. It does sound like Tomb Raider. Let's call that Tomb Raider. I'll use that in some other song some other time. Let's Oj. Today's featured artist, folks, is the incredible Jamie Mallender. We're going to be playing his track in about, in a small amount of time. Let's see. Logic. Let's load this thing up. Thanks, guys. Tomb Bungle. Thanks, Colin. All right. Let's open a project. We don't want to save this one. We don't want to export that one. God, I have too many projects in here. So we can do multiple ways. We can open a MIDI track in here. We can open Riffler in here. Oh, can we? No, we can't. So we can only do the original Riffler. So hopefully that is going to be on the update list because I want to be able to use this as a MIDI controller in Logic. Jonathan, please, can we get this? Can we get this? Because we've got Riffler in here. That's cool. Hang on, I've got Riffer. No, we don't even have either in here. That sucks. Is there a way to do that, Jonathan, so we can use it as a MIDI effect? That would be sick. There we go. So we found something there that we want. Spelling. Riffler flow. We're given a keyboard here. That's interesting. Let's create a riff. Yeah, Riffer, not Riffler. I know it sucks, man, that they're so close together, those two names. It really does. I hate it. So we can record MIDI in here with this. And let's see if we can fix that, sort out that stop issue. I know that's a thing. So if we hit record. So we've recorded some MIDI. Now, let me try this because here's the problem. When you hit play, this was with the original one. It's playing here. And we don't want it to play. We want it to play just the MIDI. So when it gets to the end, we want it to stop. And it doesn't, right? So one of the ways I used to get around it was do this. Remove. Come in here. Add a Riffler flow back. And when you load it up, there's nothing in there. See, and it doesn't do anything. So I guess the way to do it still at this point is to save it down to an audio file. To just mix it down to an audio file. That's the way it used to be done in here. Yeah. What preset did I can't remember what I just did a create riff, didn't I? So now we've got both playing, I do believe. Or do we not? So that's how I used to do it with Riffler. So if we go in here, or the other way is, so you can do it with a bus, send a bus out. We could go hit record. Where's that record not working? Hit record. See you later, Jim. Yeah, we all have ass. We all love a bit of ass, don't we? But as I say on this show all the time, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need them all, just the ones that help you make music, because there's no point just collecting them or nothing happens. All right, so here we've got our MIDI here. We can go into our mixer and we can create another track. So here's your workaround. And then create a bus. We can do that. Let's go into edit. Create a send over here, a bus 1. And then we can send this bus 1 into here. And now when we play back, let's make sure this records on. And we're doing all the right things. We got to turn up the bus now. So there you go. So just so you see what I'm doing there, I have created, let's turn off this. I've created a bus in the Riffler track. Okie doke. And that bus is here. And now I'm sending, and then I've created a blank audio track, and I'm sending bus 1 into this new audio track. So then all we need to do is make sure the audio track is armed, and you hit record. And we are recording the audio into here. Now, we can go into the MIDI. So you don't even need to like record MIDI in, you can just play it straight in. We can go into Riffler, Flow, and make sure we've got our volume all good. We can add our effects in there. So there's your way to record in your parts into an audio track. Stop. We don't need this Riffler MIDI track anymore. We can delete that. It's gone. And now we have our first part in here. Or you can just export it as an audio file and then import it back in. Hopefully, with updates, we get this to a better position. And I'll tell you what, if we could get, please, Jonathan, the ability to add Riffler, both Rifflers as audio, as MIDI controllers in here, as a MIDI, you know, a little MIDI, this one here, a MIDI effects rack, that would be sick. There's my list of things. What do you think, guys? Really good? Good stuff? Yeah? Is this going to be on your list? You're going to grab it? I think it's wicked. I want to thank Jonathan for trusting me all those months ago to tell me that this thing was coming, because I didn't fucking tell a soul, mate. I kept it completely under my lid. And Leela, Rise of Dark Leela, can be my testify, even Brad, because they're my inner circle. And if anything that happens, they know about it. So, wicked. How much was it? I can't remember. It's $14.99. There's lots of updates coming. If there's anything that you think is cool that you might want to add, shoot Jonathan an email. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Okay, tomorrow on the show, we're taking a look at, what are we doing tomorrow? I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're taking a look at this, Things Voice. This is a specifically vocal compressor. You can use it for other things, but it's just really nice for vocals. I used it on my latest track that I released for the charity album, the Music for Life charity album. And man, did it make my vocals just come to the front and pop. This thing's wonderful. It's in conjunction with Heinbach, an audio thing. You're going to want to check it out. This is what we're doing tomorrow. And the day after that, let me tell you this now, we got an interview with Jerry Gomes. He's coming on. We're going to talk about Jerry Gomes. We're going to find out heaps about Jerry Gomes. I don't really know enough about Jerry Gomes, and we're going to find out more about him. But next up on the channel, we have the final episode of my series, Walk With Me, where I've been walking around and talking to you guys and getting fit and all this stuff and playing music from the community, playing your music while I'm walking around. So episode 20, the finale is coming up next in about 4 minutes' time. Yeah? So hopefully you'll come over, you'll get an automatic dump that'll send you over to the show if you'd like to come and join us. I'd be very, very honored if you would. But today we are playing the brand new track from our friend Jamie Mallender. There is a pinned comment up the top if you would like to go and check out Jamie Mallender. Yeah, go and check him out and subscribe to him. Check out his music. This is his brand new track. I had the pleasure of mastering this track for Jamie. It is called Night City Racer. Jamie's on this trip at the moment making video game music for video game companies. And this is his latest track. Let's play it. Let's get out of here. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Let's play Jamie's new track, Night City Racer. And I'll disappear from the bottom in a second. Let's oge.
We'll all rise together.
And remember, after Walk With Me, I'll be dumping you over to Mr. Smith's show, Only Flams, or should I say, Only Flams, the sexy place where people play drums and touch themselves. Oh yeah, baby.
You make me shine better. When the night is cold